season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Well, these two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Willis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Willis, 4th down here. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. A first down carry for Henry. Runs over it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go play action here on first down. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Cole Kmet. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Willis with a quick throw out wide. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were going to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the option, here's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Finding space at the 40. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Now a first down carry by Jones. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, here's Willis. Got him in, it's Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Right back to the air again with Willis. And finds his receiver, Watson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Lions at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Rolling to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Willis will look to throw on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Right back to the air with Willis. Quick slant to Watson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Stokes. There he goes left side. 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Lions 13, Packers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Williams, a man in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The pitch to Henry. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. But from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 1st down, Willis. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are.
But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Packers 14.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Second down, here's Willis. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They'll find Williams on the slant. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Packers 24, Lions 20.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th-quarter lead. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Off the option, here's Henry. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have taken a 4th-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the...
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, step back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. 2
yards on the play. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Willis. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Willis looking to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Look at it, move the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. Their momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 176 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Henry. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the run at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy. In addition to the pencil.
And those last for a long time, no doubt.
What a change in this ball game in the fourth quarter, Charles. They just completely took over.